What's up, guys? Mark the Greatest on live. Thank you guys for coming on today. Today, I want to talk about your actions ripple through time. Like every action you make in your life is going to ripple through time because, you know, time is something that reveals a lot in the future. Like you might hide something now, but time reveals just about everything. And you want to make good decisions so that future generations have something to look up to, because without you making good decisions, they're like, how can you look up to this person? Like, how can you look up to um, the example? You know what I mean? So you have to set an example and a standard in order for future generations to look up to you, you know. Top messages, all messages. All right, what's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? Today, I want to say your actions ripple through time. Thank you for coming on. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Let me know if you guys can hear me. But I'm here to tell you guys that, actions ripple through time. And you have to be careful of what you teach people. You have to be careful of um, your actions, because actions speak louder than words. I want to say that again. Actions speak louder than words, because without good actions, you know, you're not going to lead, you're not going to set a standard, right? If you want to set a standard, you have to have the actions to back up that standard. Because standards are backed up by actions. And if there's no actions, there's no standard. So what does no standard become? A free for all. Like people can do whatever the freak they want to do. And when people do whatever the freak they want to do, that's not a good example to. There's no example there. There's no example there. Please let me know, you guys, if you can hear me, if you can hear this audio. But you have to set an example. Like your actions now sets a tone for what things will be in the future. So if there's no standard, if there's no good actions or morals or uh, core values, then it's hard to pass that on. If there's none at all, it's there's not going to be a standard. Do you guys agree with that? Like, if you don't set a standard, then um, there's not gonna the future generation's not gonna have it. So you have to set the tone. You got to set the standard for future generations. You got to be careful what you do now. All the actions you do now that you think that you you know think you can get away with, you can't get away with that, because everything in the dark comes to the light. I know y'all heard that saying. Everything in the dark comes to the light. Let me know, you guys, if you can, like, I don't see any comments, but thank you guys for coming on today. Thank you guys for coming on. Oh, there we go. EC versus. But thank y'all for coming on today. I'm talking about how actions ripple through time, and how what you do today is going to impact the future. Every action, Lalo, what's going on? Every action you make today is going to impact what goes on in the future. Even Doing nothing is doing something. Remember that. Doing nothing is doing something. And that is going to impact future generations. That's going to impact your children, your grandchildren, great grandchildren, and so on and so forth. Hola, Jaho. Hope everyone is having a great day. Do you guys agree that your actions impact future generations? I do. I definitely think that you have to be careful with your actions, and actions speak louder than words, like they say. Like they say, actions speak louder than words. But thank you guys for coming on today. But actions that ripples through time. What you do today can impact people thousands of years from now. You know, like even me making this video, it's gonna impact somebody, right? It's gonna impact maybe if I have children, grandchildren, so on and so forth. So you got to be very careful with your actions. And that's what I think. I think actions ripple through time. It's an interesting conversation, really. I think um, what you do now is vital. I mean, not that you can't have fun and have a good time in life. I hope everyone's having a good time sometimes in their life, but there's gonna be a time where your actions are crucial. Your actions are critical. Your actions can change the course of history. And I might be sounding like a philosopher or like Socrates or something like that. I might, but like your actions it has a big impact on history. Every president, every content creator, right? Even tradesmen, they impact time. If they never did, if imagine if tradesmen went on a strike, what would happen? If if every tradesman in the world stopped their jobs today, what would happen? No electricity, no water flowing, right? Gas probably wouldn't work, cars wouldn't work. So your actions ripple through time. So if what am I yapping about, Ninja? Read. Did you not see the title? It's about. Okay, I'll tell you. I'll tell you. I'm talking about your actions impact the future. What you do now is going to impact what happens in the future. And I was giving an example of like if let's say if like people that work as plumbers, electricians, like let's say if they went on strike. Let's say if they all of them just decided to not work anymore. What would happen to the society? And the society would stop working because people rely on electricians for the electric bill, like to have electricity in their homes. So if every electrician stopped working today, there would be no electricity in homes. You know what I mean? So that's what I mean by saying um, your actions ripple through time. Your actions impact what happens in the future. And I know it might seem small, but it's huge if you really think about it. If you really like, I might sound like Socrates or Beethoven or whatever. I don't care. But like your actions today impacts the future. Every action you make impacts the future. I know some of you guys agree. I know some of y'all agree. But it's, it might seem small, but it's huge. It's really huge, man. But yeah, thank you guys for coming on today. Like, what do you guys think about your actions, and how do you guys think your actions impact time? You sound like an average person having all bathroom thoughts. Okay. But no, like this is what I think though. This is what I think. But what do you guys I sound like a guy in the bath. But what do you guys think, man? I mean, it might sound small and it might sound like this is just average conversation, but I think it's something to it. I do. I think it's something to it. Like, your actions can impact a lot. It might seem obvious, but I think when you think about it at a bigger scale, you're like, man, wow, my actions really do hit. My actions really impacted somebody. My actions really, help somebody to do something. Like, that's how it is, you know? But I think that's my thoughts on, your actions ripple through time. What you do today is going to ripple through centuries. Like, what you do today is going to ripple through years and years and years down the line. That's how history's made. People's actions ripple through time. People's actions, go through time, and they impact people's lives and their decisions. Do you know about Einstein theory? I don't. I've heard of it. But I don't know it exactly. But I know who Einstein is. That's interesting though. I might look up Einstein theory. I probably learned it, but I forgot it. One thing I do know though, he was smart, man. Einstein was next level smart, and he was neurodivergent. He was next level smart. An action has already happened in the future, no matter the consequence. Yeah, that's true. Mm, that's very interesting. An action has already happened in the future, no matter the consequence. Wow, that's something to talk about. Goodness. Like, some people believe, I think I believe in foresight somewhat, even though it's not always brought to the surface. Like, it's not always like exactly how it's gonna be, but there can be like certain hints that can give you foresight, like in a dream. Like, for an example, I'll tell you guys an example of foresight. So a dream revealed to me that I was gonna see the police or something like that. Like, I saw a police car in my dream, and the next morning I was watching a movie with a police car in it. You know how that is ironic. That's like foresight. That's like my real life example of foresight. Maybe something like that. But like, I think it's you know, like actions, what action is that's going to happen, the actions that will happen can be revealed in um I don't know. It can be revealed as hints, I think, but it's not going to give you the exact picture. It'll give you like small images. You know, that's fear. That's fear. No, I mean, it could have been fear. It probably played a role, but I think that was foresight. Not foresight, not exactly foresight, but it's like giving you subtle clues like, hey, this is something that you might encounter. It might give you our dream is made up of what we want or what we expect. I don't think so. Because I think dreams are very abstract. So it's like a mix of thoughts, experiences, um, everything in your brain is like compounded and just randomly mixed together in a dream. I think that's what a dream is. It's everything that you've experienced, every thought and image and imagery that you've ever seen, and it's just compounded and it's just randomly made up. That's what a dream is. Because it's everything that you've ever experienced, and it's just because like your brain is like a computer basically, and it holds memories, it holds thoughts, words, language, all that. Dream can also trigger your negative thought of the day, of that day or upcoming one. True. That's true. That's true. This is interesting. We went from talking about your actions, your actions impact the future, to wow, your dreams from the Einstein theory. Like, that's crazy. But it really goes that deep, though. I think it goes that deep. It's very complex, though. Very, very complex. It's complex, but I think that's I think it's very complex, you know? But that's really what I wanted to talk about today. Dream also play crucial roles on actions too. Yeah, I could say that too. That's that's a good point. You know, I think it's a mix of things. It could be dreams, it could be life events. Yeah, I think dreams can really, you know, influence the actions that you make. So, is this dream your digital diary? Mm, you probably could say that. Like, you could say all the videos I've ever made, including live streams. I guess it is. It's interesting you say that though. You asked that because I think it is. I really think it is. But yeah, like I just think that that seems convenient. It really is. It really is convenient. You know, it's convenient that you have videos to look back at. Especially if you do it consistently. I think it's very convenient. And yeah, I think it's convenient to have videos to look back at so that, you see, okay, this is my mind frame in this time, or this is my these are my thoughts at this point in time. So I think it's a good diary. It's a digital diary. So you could say that. We could say that. But yeah, I think that actions can be influenced by a lot of things. Dreams, past helps to past helps to shape the present. Yes, the present and the future, for sure. For sure, your past helps to shape the present and the future. I heard that your past and your future is a mystery, but today is a gift. I heard that from like Kung Fu Panda. It said your past and your future is a mystery. No, 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 no. Your future is a mystery, but your let me see, the present is a gift. That's what I heard. But yeah, I just wanted to come on live real quick, you guys, and talk about how your actions ripple through time. And I want to thank you guys so much for watching this live stream coming on, and just wanted to make this quick video for you guys. And I hope everyone has a great day, y'all. Are the greatest. Peace.